Hello everyone, good evening. This is Dr. Rajiv Chittuguppy, and we are here for a great occasion. We are here to pay our tributes to Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar, whom we lost about 2 weeks ago. Lata Mangeshkar, widely considered to have been one of the greatest and most influential singers in India, her contribution to the Indian music industry in a career spanning seven decades gained her the honorific titles such as the Queen of Melody, Nightingale of India, and the Voice of the Millennium. Before we start the show, I would like to call Dr. Shilpa Malankar, a dentist, a big fan of Lata Mangeshkar, and a great singer herself, whom we have been hearing for the last so many years in dental circles. So I invite Dr. Shilpa Malankar to start the event with her vocal rendition. Can we have Shilpa on screen?
मेरी आवाज़ ही पहचान है गर याद नहीं वक्त के सितम कम हंसी नहीं आज है यहाँ कल कहीं नहीं वक्त से परे अगर मिल गई कहीं मेरी आवाज़ ही पहचान है गर याद नहीं थैंक यू
Thank you so much. It was amazing. And now I want to highlight a few things. Lata Mangeshkar was always very vocal, generous, and in all praise for doctors. Which was always generous with her words in expressing her honor, respect, and praise for doctors. Let me share a few tweets of hers that she has made over the last few years. This is a tweet from, I think, 3 years ago. She had just come back from Breach Candy Hospital after spending 28 days there. She was there because of pneumonia. Let us have a tweet in English so that many more audience can read it. Namaskar. For the past 28 days, I was at Breach Candy Hospital. I was diagnosed with pneumonia. The doctor preferred that I extend my stay in hospital and go home when completely healthy. Today, I'm back home with the blessings of Mai and Baba. I have my deepest regard to all my well wishers all over. Your prayers and good wishes have worked, and I humbly bow down to each one of you. My doctors at Breach Candy have been my guardian angels, and I stand in eternal gratitude to each one of them. The nursing staff has been exceptional. Your endless love and blessings are precious. Thank you again. So this was about the doctors in Breach Candy. Then we have a wish from her on Doctors Day just last year, July 1st, 2021, where she has wished a lot of doctors she was in touch with. मैं डॉक्टर्स डे पे मेरी सेहत का हमेशा ध्यान रखने वाले सब डॉक्टर्स को धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ. उनके नाम हैं डॉक्टर प्रतीत समदानी, डॉक्टर अश्विन मेहता, डॉक्टर जनार्दन निम्बोलकर, डॉक्टर जरीर उदवाडिया, डॉक्टर निशित शाह, डॉक्टर संदेश मायेकर, डॉक्टर अनिल टिब्रीवाला, डॉक्टर धनंजय केलकर, and Dr. Rajiv Sharma. And it's a matter of big pride and honor for all of us dentists that among these great names, we also have Dr. Sandesh Mayekar, a celebrity dentist and somebody who got the modern aesthetic dentistry to India. And today, we have the honor of having him with us because he was close to Dr. Lata Mangeshkar for so many decades. He took care of her health, oral health. Until the last day of her life, she had all her 32 teeth intact. And this is a book that I bought just yesterday, and I was going through an amazing book. And on page 150, again, she has mentioned a lot of doctors for a question: what about your friends outside the film world? In this also, she has mentioned Dr. Sandesh Mayekar's name. A great thing to have him with us. He has a lot of incidents and anecdotes to share with us all. And with him, we also have two close friends of Dr. Mayekar, Dr. A. Kumarswamy and Dr. Shyam Mahajan, who will also share a few incidents that were common to Dr. Mayekar and Dr. Mayekar and Lata Mangeshkar. So I welcome all three of them, Dr. Sandesh Mayekar, Dr. Shyam Mahajan, and Dr. A. Kumarswamy, on screen. Can we have all three of them on screen? We can take the presentation in the background, and we can have all three of them.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajiv.
Kumar sir, can you start the conversation? I know you are the best person to start the ball rolling, set the ball rolling, and let us have a great session. I want the audience to know the finer details and the kind of stories only you people have, because you people were very close to Lata Mangeshkar and especially Dr. Sandesh Mayekar. So you can probe Dr. Sandesh Mayekar, and we want to hear from him.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajiv. Namaskar, everybody. You know, very rarely, and my friends know this, would I be lost for words. But this evening is one such moment. So I'll try to sort of dig deep into whatever phrases and words I can get. But please forgive me if I lack in those attempts. Sandesh Mayekar, senior to me by a couple of years, junior to Shyam Mahajan by a year, in college, government college, was known to be with a person with a drive. And he always had a helping hand for everyone. And obviously, as a junior, I used to look up to him. And we did a lot of programs in college. But those stories for some other day. Straight away, I would like to ask Sandesh that as a young dentist out of college, I'm sure all of us have dreams and vision. So, what was it that he had which saw him climb those difficult steps and to reach where he has, especially related to celebrities? Sandesh.
Uh, Namaskar. This very, though it's an emotional moment for me because I was very, very, very close to Didi, and this program is a tribute to her. Kumar, answering your question, you know my background, so the only one aim I had was if everyone has got teeth in their mouth, they need a dentist. So the who's who and the poorest has to go to a dentist. So why can't they come to me, and can I reach to that level that they say that okay, we want to see Dr. Sandesh Mayekar. So keeping that in mind, I started working hard towards dentistry, focusing on dentistry, focusing on future of dentistry, focusing on modern dentistry, and concentrated what will make everyone, most of the people who click with me to come down to me. And that was my aim, Kumar, that what I am today is what I am from nothing, nothing, nothing. I was a shy person in college, you know.
I know for sure, for a fact, actually, that you work with a senior. We all want to work or begin our career working for a senior dentist. That's exactly what happened to you as well. And you were fortunate that you had a leading dentist in South Mumbai, Dr. Bansali, to take you under his wings. So tell us something about those moments that you spent with him and how you had the first exposure of treating celebrities.
Well, I was looking for a job because I was doing my oral pathology, which is I did in oral cancer, etc. But I was doing job for clinical hand and earn some money because my background. So I happened to go to Dr. Bansali through Dr. Prem Prakash. And when I was thinking to earn A in a month, he was earning 3A in a day. And then I realized that dentistry is, if you do focus, the dentistry is something different. And he had all the celebrities coming down to him. But one day, the Queen entered, Lata Mangeshkar ji. And I was so excited to see her. And the way she was in 1980, 40 years back, the same thing she was in 2022. So when I went there, I was assisting as a student. I came home running and I just told my mom, I'm speaking a little Marathi here because that's the impact I have.
Please. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I said, I guess आज सरांकडे कोण आलं होतं? आई माझ्याकडे बघते कोण आलं होतं? I said, दीदी आल्या होत्या. आणि आई एक दिवस मी त्यांना ट्रीट करणार. I just said and left it that way. That was my first sentence about Didi, which was 40 years back.
Sandesh,
And
I'll interrupt here, and for the benefit of people who would be very happy for this Marathi interpretation, allow me to interpret this. What Sandesh said was, he saw Lata Mangeshkar on the chair, dental chair. He came home and he told his mother, "Mom, one day I want to treat and I will treat Lata Didi." That's what he told his mother in Marathi.
so that's what I got introduced 40 years back. So, and then, of course, other people are coming in. And then I saw all of them and I learned from Bansali that focus and do something, no shortcut, always smiling, helping. So you learn from observers, observing these people. And that one of my first mentors is Dr. Bansali, with whom I got introduced to Lata Didi.
And thereafter, we fast forward a bit and come to 2005, when you inaugurated your Bandra clinic. And on the day of inauguration, you had leading dignitaries. Just to name a few, Bala Sahib, Lata Didi. So talk us through what was your feeling when you invited her for that grand occasion. And thereafter, it's a different bond altogether, and we'll talk about it.
Well, as I mentioned that I got introduced, the first thing I would like to tell all of you that how she was introduced to me formally as a dentist. It was way back in, I think, 2002, 2002 or so that, of course, Didi has been having charity and she has started that hospital, Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital in Pune. And she was inaugurating a cardiac division through late Dr. Manke. And I was invited by the guru. I mean, my mentor, you can say anything. That person, the lovable person, was none other than late Mohan Wag. So Mohan Wag invited me to that function, and Mohan Wag was very, very fond of me, and he was my patient. Sharmila came, Raj Thakre came, all of them, full Thakre family came because of Mohan Wag. And so Mohan Wag invited me, and there he introduced me and said, if at all you have dental problem, you have to go only to this one person, Dr. Sandesh Mayekar. And Bharti ji was there. Bharti is Hridaynath Mangeshkar's wife. She was there. She said, I have already visited him. When Bharti came, Bharti Malvankar, and coincidences that Bharti Malvankar had come to our house in 1965. That was she was Bharti Malvankar. So Didi also got little background from Bharti, and Mohan Wag introduced me, and that's how Didi first came down to my clinic in Dadar. Dr. Rajiv Sharma was the one person who always accompanied her. So on the first look at it, we clicked. I mean, Didi, the face, the smile she has, I can't forget that smile. So she used to come to my Dadar clinic, and well, she used to maintain an oral health, but then she used to come very regularly. As I was talking about Dadar clinic, one incident I want to tell you, Kumar and other friends, is that when I was working in the mouth, I have got two other chairs on the left and the right. And there was one patient sitting on the right chair, and my associate was working in the mouth. So when I was working in Didi's mouth, there was a sound coming, motor sound coming from the other chair. And when I used to stop and talk to Didi, the motor sound of the other chair used to stop. And later on, I came to know that patient on the other chair said, when Didi is speaking, we always heard her singing, but now Didi is speaking, I want to hear her voice. So you stop working. When Didi stop talking, you start working on me. So that was Didi's, uh, uh, I don't know, aura in my clinic. Second is that she enters my clinic reflexly, absolutely reflexly. There could be 3, 4 people. They used to stand up immediately, looking at her. I've never seen for any other patient that they will stand up. But the Didi, as if Saraswati has entered and they used to stand up. And Didi used to do namaskar, bow down, namaskar to everybody and used to smile with them. No hassle, just smile with them and sit outside. So that
Sandesh,
happened with Didi, and then we became quite close friends. And well, when I started my clinic in 2005 in Bandra, it was Raj Thakre, who was very close to Didi till last date. He got Balasaheb Thakre and Didi, and this combination is a very, very unique combination, which I was blessed in my clinic. And let you tell you, friends, on February 6, 2022, there were 45 rare unseen pictures of Didi was released by Times of India. And that 43rd picture, which I was surprised, Kumar, that mail was sent to be my sister-in-law from Houston, Texas, because I didn't even know that. She sent the mail and said, look at picture 43. And it was me, Balasaheb Thakre, and Didi. And they inaugurated. I was blessed. I can't say anything more on this. My blessings for my parents, my Ai, Papa, and my God's wishes. This combination, I don't think. Didi also said, Doctor, Mala to photo paiji, and I gave it to her. That's a rare photo. She said that I will treasure this photo. And you should see how they were chatting. You must have experienced, Kumar, you were there that day, how they were chatting with each other.
You
can see
I
that
have to stop you here. I have to stop you here and interject because I can't hold myself back. I came for that opening. I sat at her feet and I said that we don't know, we have never seen who is God, but for us, you are Ma Saraswati. And as I speak, my hair is standing on ends because she just passed her hand on the head and said, Asa kai nahi bada, asa nahi. Khush raha, learn music, be happy. These are the words. Now you mentioned about Dr. Rajiv Sharma. So I would like the tech team to play a video that we have from Dr. Rajiv Sharma talking about Didi and Sandesh. Yeah, can we have that video, please? Thank you. Dr. Rajiv Sharma, incidentally, Sandesh, you will throw more light, was the attending physician.
डॉक्टर मायेकर और दीदी के रिश्ते जितने मैंने विटनेस किए हैं, आई डोंट थिंक सो 1980 sometime, Dr. Mayekar, a young man, was working with Dr. Bansali. Didi has one teeth, which was little damaged by my old friend Bansali. So our target was to save that. So I always used to tell Mayekar, Chief, ये सारे गमे का सह है, इसको संभाल के रखना, which he maintained, as he promised to Didi till last. जब गया अभी हॉस्पिटल में मैं साथ में था अपने, और करीब 5-6 दिन पहले जब उनको थोड़ा होश ठीक से था, तो मैंने कहा ऐसे, तो मैंने कहा दीदी मैं डॉक्टर मयेकर के जाके आया, आपको याद करें. शी थॉट, तो एकदम आंख खोली कि शायद ये मेरे साथ ही आए हैं. तो मैंने कहा दीदी मैं उसकी क्लिनिक जाके आया हूँ, तो याद कर रहा था, अभी यहाँ आईसीयू में है. तो शी वॉज डिसअपॉइंटेड बिकॉज शी वॉन्टेड टू सी हिम नॉट एज ए डॉक्टर, but by this time we can understand. So I would say he is very fortunate, I'm very fortunate that a big length of time, and आप सोचिए कि एक नौजवान जो 19 के अंदर दीदी से मिला एज ए अप्रेंटिस विद डॉक्टर बंसाली के रूम में, उससे 20 साल बाद आके जुड़ा और मैं डॉक्टर मयेकर को बोला, सॉरी इस बीच में मुझे याद नहीं कि कोई और डेंटिस्ट को मैंने दिखाया क्या, और वहां से मयेकर दीदी की जर्नी शुरू हुई एंड मयेकर हैज बिकम part of Didi's life, not only as a dentist, but as a family. Thank you.
Talking about family, Sandesh, I'm sure as you kept going to her house, it is not only Didi, but all other members who became close to you. And we have a very interesting message from one of her family members. And if I would request the tech team to play the voice message of Rachna Shah. Rachna, who is Rachna? In fact, her own voice will tell you. Can we have that audio, please?
My namaskar to everybody. I've been asked many times that I have a nice name, Rachna. But what's the story behind it? The story goes way beyond my actual birth. I'm the second child of Meena Mangeshkar. And when my mom was carrying me, Didi just had this premonition, and she told my mom, you're going to get a daughter, and I'm going to name her Rachna. And of course, then she's going to be mine. And actually, when she did deliver, it was a girl, so Didi named me Rachna. So if I really were to say what is my relationship with Didi, I think it goes beyond my birth, beyond my being. I think we got a divine connection. And there I was in her arms, and I still feel I'm in her arms, and she'll always hold me tight. That's how I will always remember. Dr. Mayekar, what can I say about Dr. Mayekar? He's another selfless, charming, inspiring, and such a philosophically based human being that each time I listen to him, I'm taking home something so amazing and something that I imbibe and I use it each time he speaks to me. I've taken home something new and learned something great from him. He and Didi, I think, were the best friends that I've seen. They spoke about music, food, patient and doctor relationship. It began that way. But I think it changed over in a matter of time, and she became like the head of his family. Her shopping would begin with the sari that Dr. Mayekar's mother would like, and she called her Ai Sahib, and she would say, Ai Sahib la he avadel, nahi haranga nahi avadnar. So she knew everything about him and his family. The festivities were felt in Prabhukunj, I think, much more than what they were felt at doctor's residence. And both of us had gone for the wedding, and there she was sitting, and with so much of love and pride in her eyes, that there it's like my best friend's daughter is getting married, and she was so happy. And that's when I was looking at her, and I said to myself, this love goes way beyond. They had a connect, and that connect is there, and that's the legacy that actually she's passed down to me, and the respect that I have for Dr. Mayekar stems from the fact that she respected him and she loved him for the person, and was so confident that he would never say no. So they had this beautiful connect. She loved him, rather she loves him, as I'm saying. She's still there around us as a person, because she said as a doctor, saying he is one of the best dentists, but Rachna as a person, I don't know what to say. But yes, Dr. Mayekar, I honestly, when I say that you are a fab human being, I mean it. Didi absolutely loved you. Thank you for having me on this, and we all love Didi, and I can feel she's right here with us.
Oh, wow. Rachna. In fact, friends, if you thought that you heard two voices, it was with intention that one voice went up and the echo came back. That's why you heard two echoes.
Oh,
Talking about the wedding, she mentioned about the wedding in Mayekar's house. That was about his elder daughter, Shivani. And I would like to bring in Shyam Mahajan here.
Yes.
Shamya, as we very fondly call him, Shamya was given a role at that wedding. Shamya would like to share those moments with us.
Yeah. Uh, Actually, I was invited. I don't know whether I was invited, but I was almost like a volunteer in Sandesh and Swati's daughter's marriage. The reception was at Mahalakshmi Racecourse, and frankly, I had no specific job, but almost looking after everything. And then Sandesh told Lata Didi is coming. Her parking lot was, of course, at least 500 meters away, and she couldn't walk. So nano car was made available. She came, and the couple was not there. Couple was late. Naturally, as usual, whatever must have happened in traffic and all, everybody was almost panicky. Big Lata Didi has come, couple is not here, and now what to do? Quite a few people had already started arriving. But the best part, I mean, that was my life's one of the moment which I can never ever forget. And the moment which taught me so many things. Lata Didi came, she quietly, Sandesh must have told her, and she quietly sat on a chair, did not complain at all. I was we were around trying to listen whatever she's saying. All the dignitaries from industries, from film world, from all big people from Mumbai were coming. She was just in front of the stage, and they were bowing her down, namaskar करत होते, दोन शब्द बोलत होते, and then they used to go for wine and food and everything. But Didi just sat quietly, almost 45 minutes, 1 hour. Then the couple came. She blessed her, talked nicely with her. What I want to emphasize here is her humbleness. Any other celebrity would have made, thrown tantrums that I am here and so and I cannot wait and I'm going. And another thing which I want to emphasize is such behavior is possible only because of her relations with Sandesh and the Sandesh family. Otherwise, it won't happen. I'm sure it won't happen. So, for me, that was such a nice lesson in my life that one can be humble to that extent. And Sandesh' ability to maintain those relationships at that level. That was a great thing. I really would like to share.
Thank you, Shyam.
About this wedding incident, as Rachna mentioned, that celebration started there. Didi had attended, I think, one of the Vilasrao Deshmukh son's wedding in the same venue. And she had to walk from the parking lot to the actual stage. So she mentioned, Doctor, I have to come, I will come, but if possible, I don't have to walk so much. Friends, only for Didi's respect,
Nano.
racecourse people allowed, otherwise they don't allow any vehicle inside. And they said that I think Satish Manashinde was on the board, so I requested him. Through him, I went because I didn't know anybody on the race. In fact, she loved that nano car. Nano car was of my daughter's father-in-law. So that nano car had sit high and she could sit properly. She asked me specifically, "He gadi kuchi hai." I think it's a very nice car for us to sit because I don't have to sit down and get up. And when the car reached the stage, somebody else's want to use nano car. The organizers, racecourse people didn't allow, and that's the respect Didi carried. That it was only and only for Didi that the car was allowed. When Didi was sitting there, the other person was sitting there. Many people came. Jackie Shroff and everybody came. Everybody was sitting at her feet and talking to her, and that was the respect she carried, that nobody sat next to her. Of course, Isaac was sitting next to her, but nobody, either they are standing or they were sitting down at her feet. And
I
at
mean,
this,
we,
I would
we, we
also
had no
like to
guts
tell
to
one
even take
about standing.
photographs. It was so.
I want to tell about standing and sitting, friends. I told Didi that you are the only one in this world, that you were sitting and the president of the country was standing. Friends, that was the respect of us. When president visited her residence, he stood because Didi could not. I mean, she didn't. She allowed. He said, President said, "You sit, Didi," and Didi was sitting. The photograph was she was sitting, and the president of the country was standing. I don't think this can happen anywhere in the world. So that was the connection I wanted to speak about. Didi, respect what she was getting.
Well, I'm sure many more stories and memories. So, Rajiv, if you can just play some pictures, Sandesh will tell us and take us through those pictures and the story behind them.
Yes, sir. I've done extensive work collecting them from different corners of internet, and thanks to all three of you. Also, you have shared from your own sources. So let us, Srishti, can we have the slides on screen? So I'm not able to see the presentation. Can you? I'll share again. I'll share again.
While Rajiv is bringing up that, allow me to share one of my instances with
Okay.
Didi and Sandesh.
Yes, sir.
So, on my 60th birthday, yeah, that I'm revealing my age now. This was around 5 years ago. On my 60th birthday, I was working in my clinic and I get a call from Sandesh. And he says that, "Kya karte ho?" So I said that I'm in the clinic. "Are you on a patient?" I said, "No, I'm not actually. I'm just about to. Hold on, hold on." So he puts me on hold. And after a brief silence at the other end, a voice emerges and it says, "Kumar, happy birthday. Happy 60th birthday." ऐसे ही, because by then Sandesh had told her that I just started to learn singing, thanks to my Guruji Umesh Bipinji, who must be watching this program, that I was just beginning to. And Lata ji is telling me, ऐसे ही गाना सीखते रहना और गाते रहना. I mean, that what more do I need? If on my 60th is one thing I remember, it will be this. Yeah, Raji, we can go on to those slides.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sandesh, for that.
Oh,
It is showing multiple PPT screens, Rajiv,
Yes, sir.
probably.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
where Kumar always like to do pleasant surprises.
Yes,
Can you see
I
it?
know.
Can you see the slides?
Yes, I can. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So let me start by playing this video. A very short video, but so many stories, so many memories in that. And the song suits Lata Mangeshkar ji so well, composed by Madan Mohan, whom she considers as one of the best music directors she worked with. And
Hey, one second. Rajiv, as you're talking about Madan Mohan, there
yes,
is
sir.
one incident which took place. I think Kumar can throw light on that Madan Mohan show, wherein another surprise Kumar did.
So, what happened was we have a group of doctors called Tuning Folks, and we hold theme-based programs from time to time. At one such program, we chose Madan Mohan as the theme, and the program was at Veer Savarkar at Shivaji Park. And I had told Sandesh, if it's possible, knowing Lata Mangeshkar's fondness and love and regards for Madan Mohanji. If it be possible, I would like to surprise the audience and my friends if you can bring her on a conference call, because by then I knew Sandesh's formula. I said that if you can bring her again on a conference call. So he said, let me try. And this is Sandesh. He will commit only if he's very sure. But if he's not, he'll say, let me try, which means he's sure anyway. So in the somewhere about 1.5 hours into the program, he calls me, and I was in the green room. I was anchoring the program, and he said that, you know what? She's coming online in 2 minutes. And I actually had to stall the song what was being played. And she came online. She was thrilled. She blessed the whole program, all of us as tuning folks, which we still remember. And Madan Mohanji was so special that she'll say, and when I thanked her, she said that any time for mere bade bhai Madan Mohan.
Great.
That was
Friends,
What an amazing story.
friends, this was only possible with Didi. Is though she is an artist, every artist has got some moods. But she will look at me and she'll smile, and her smile will tell me yes or no. So that understanding we had. It's not that I only asked for two and she said yes, but many times she had said yes. I mean, you will. I mean, Rajiv and Kumar and Shyam. Can you imagine? Tina Ambani has to ask me to request Didi to get her on a harmony show, and 90 out of 100, 98 times she had never said no to me. So as I could talk to her, we'll talk and this and that. And then as Rachna said, she used to love me. So she came. I mean, she came for that program, just that, okay, committed to, Sandesh, and she came down. And that was her humbleness, that was her niceness, and that was the relation she kept with me. And that's always I'll remember that she did this for me.
And I want to say something to the audience, Sandesh. Sorry. You must be wondering that why are we talking so much about Lata Didi and not talking about music and songs? There is a reason. And the reason for that is we wanted to have a peep into the other side of Lata Didi, the humane part of her, the humility that she displayed, the love that she had for profession, the respect she had for professionals. In fact, Sandesh will come up with a couple of stories. Sandesh, can you tell us about the Vice Chancellor?
Yes, sir. We have the picture.
I'll show the photograph.
Yeah, I'll take you through the photographs.
I'll talk to you about it. These are the very rare pictures, and I think I'm really blessed.
So this is one picture where Mayekar sir had completed his, I think, in recognition of his.
No. This picture, this is what I got as a title from Indian International Association for Dental Research and Indian Society for Dental Research as father of modern dentistry. And that's what she said. Namaskar, I'm proud to share the attachment and applause of my dentist and our dear family friend Dr. Sandesh Mayekar. Not only is he humble and noble person, but he is dentist extraordinary. Congratulations. That's the congratulations. Where did you find this, sir? I was searching. I never got this.
Rajiv? No, sir. I have searched everywhere. Now, whatever is not here on this presentation, there is nothing else left. That much I can give you. That much I can assure you. And can you say something about this?
Wow.
This is a friends. This. I think I'll make a big picture and keep in my house. This is a prize-winning picture. One of my birthdays, she happened to come down to my clinic, and then we had a cake cutting as usual in the clinic, and that's what the picture is about. And she made it a point to, remember my birthday, send something, or personally come down. And that's the picture. You can. I don't have to say. I don't have words to say. Look at her expression, and
yes.
that was something unique I found in this birthday picture.
I have many more pics here. This is
my eyesight, friends. As my father died when I was in school, so mother is everything for eye, is everything for us. And I used to always talk about eye to Didi, and Didi was also close to her ma, and of course daddy too, Dinadaji. So on her 80th birthday, Didi not only gave the gift, but she gave that was a surprise gift for my mother. I flew down to Houston. She was 29 years in Houston, Texas. And Didi gave a nice necklace and sari. As Rachna mentioned, that Didi used to pick up the sari for her. So this was a picture when one of her birthdays we went and met Didi. So and one very unique incident happened. As Rachna mentioned that she is the head of the family because my mother was not here. But when Didi knew that my mother was 3 days elder to her. So first time when she met my eye in my clinic, very unique thing happens, and I don't think there were another three patients sitting in the reception area. They stood up and Didi just touched my uh, mother's feet. But Didi, काय करता? What is this? I was shocked. She said, आई साहेब माझ्यापेक्षा 3 दिवसांनी मोठे आहेत. And I mean, imagine, other people just touch your knee and just, they just do something like this as if they're going there, but she actually touched the feet. I don't know. Uh, uh, that's something very unique thing happened with my mother. So I was very happy, and every child wants to make their parents happy. So I was very happy, and I always thank Didi and always remembered her. दीदी तुम्ही कसं काय केलं ते नाही 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 म्हणे आई साहेब तर आई साहेबच आहेत. So that's my mother, Didi, and me.
So this is from your clinic or
This is at her house.
okay.
Didi had some emergency and she could not come out to my clinic those days. So I had a portable chair, unit, everything. So I used to carry that and work in her house. Didi's maintenance of oral health was very good, except for last 1.5 2 years, which I'll talk later on. But this was 6 years back, 5 years back that I used to visit. I used to carry this in my bag in my car, install it, and then work in the patient's mouth. And she was so friendly with my staff. She used to ask, हाँ आप कहाँ से है? So my staff, I'm from Indore. Somebody is from Ujjain. Somebody from Delhi. My assistants used to change, so they used to come down, and everybody wanted to get a chance to meet Didi with me, and that's what they used to change. Today I'll go, tomorrow somebody else will go, and that's the unique opportunity they said that we got to see Didi, and Didi used to take pictures with them also, including my driver. And let me tell you, friends, that picture with my driver took that driver to the next to a crematorium. Her funeral inside, very close to everybody, because he showed that picture with Didi. That देखो मैं दीदी के साथ जाता हूँ, मेरे साथ जाता हूँ और मुझे अंदर जाने दीजिए. So that happened. So that was a unique thing that she never restricted. I treat a lot of film stars, celebrities in my clinic. Many of them say, few of them say that no, not now, picture, not now. But Didi always stood and said that I want that. So that's Didi's house. I used to take care of her teeth.
Okay. So this was the launch of your book.
This was after the launch of the book. Didi has written forward in my book, and you should read that forward in my book. And she's so nicely written. जो प्यार से लिखा है और जो लिखा है वो absolutely सत्य लिखा है, truth and only truth. That's what she said, and she penned down forward for my book. I don't know anybody, how many books she has written, but forward written by her. But I was blessed, and the incident, the book, this even Rajiv showed about where my name is there. The launch of that book, written by some London female Kabir something. So that launch was booked in Mayfair, and me and Swati had gone there. And after the launch, Swati said, Sandesh, buy the books. I said, I can go home and buy. No. Today is the occasion, buy few books. So I bought book. I went to take the signature on the first book. She said, Doctor, tumcha naam hai. She said, Doctor, your name is there in the book. And I was surprised. So I went out and took the book, and I saw page numbers and I saw my name before my name. The question was, who are your filmy friends? So Yash Chopra, Raj Kapoor, etc. Who are non-filmy friends other than outside the film land? That was Advani, Sharad Pawar, Balasaheb Thackeray, Raj Thackeray, and my name was there with other doctors. So I was pleasantly surprised, and that's what my relation with her was. That behind my back also she was thinking, because we see most of the patients think only when they get pain about a dentist, but she was, I think, loved me. So she wrote this forward for my book, which is also translated in Marathi.
Great, sir. I have many more coming here. And
This
this
is
is,
what,
I think this is the incident you were talking about.
yeah, this is in my clinic when during inauguration, and this was a unique picture. Raj and Sharmila said that we got this picture from you, and by the way, this picture was taken. Most of the pictures were taken by Sharmila's father, Raj's father-in-law, Mohan Wag. He took all these
Yes.
pictures. You know,
Yes.
so imagine. I mean, I still feel that I'm a blessed person. I don't want anything from God. That when so many people loved and did things for me. So that's my relation with, and that was a triangle, me, Mohan Wag, and Didi. That was we used to talk with each other.
Sir, actually, when I was collecting this tweet from Raj Thackeray, I couldn't resist myself from keeping the lower tweet also, because somebody has said the first pick is from Mayekar sir's clinic. So, is this somebody who you know, or some dentist? Somebody, he has rightly identified it as your clinic.
I think
I think that is
I don't know who's doing that.
Vishal Mundara from Nanded.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, he was my associate. He was working with
Yes.
me.
Yes.
He was there that time. Yeah.
Correct.
We have one more. I have taken this
This is
from Times of India
yeah.
archives.
This
Yeah,
is
this
the
is what I
moment
think
I
about
was
the unique.
alluding to. This is exactly the moment and the situation I was alluding to. I was sitting at her feet there on that blissful day. That's when I said that to me, Ma Saraswati Ahat.
The
Okay.
red sari one is the hand of my Swati was sitting next to Balasaheb Thackeray.
Yeah.
And this was an unseen picture. It is, you can see that 43rd picture out of 45 pictures. So,
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
well,
sir.
this is in a unique picture, which gives me a lot of memories. This is my full family. I mean, first family, not extended one, but first. My two daughters, and I don't know. It was really nice to see both of them talking and chatting with the whole family.
Great, sir.
Great moments.
Sure.
One thing I may add here.
Yes,
What
sir.
is a notable fact is normally in the presence of celebrities, people around them get a little bit uncomfortable. Okay.
Yes.
But what I have noticed with Lata Didi is whenever and wherever she was, people around them did not feel uncomfortable. They felt so respected and honored in their own sweet way. They kept a distance, yet the hearts were so close to each other. That was, I think, a speciality of Lata Didi.
See, Kumar, that only happens with God, and
Yes.
she was a goddess. You can't. This doesn't happen with human beings. All the human beings. It's only happened with God. That's the reason she's been called Saraswati, and that's very natural. And that's the vibe goes into everybody. Like that she is God.
Sir, I have got this picture. I don't know the background of this, but I think this has to be shown.
This is my eldest brother, who was like we used to call Vadil Bhau. Like my father died, and he is the one who took care of the whole family. And he, like Didi also wanted to meet my family. So this was the occasion when he came to India. I couldn't resist, and Didi also said, please get him home. And that's what we went to their house. So he's we call him Dada, Shailesh Dada is my eldest brother. So that's the difference. Uh, as Rachna mentioned that she wanted to know, she knew, but she wanted to actually meet my whole family. And that was the relation
Okay, okay.
she developed with us.
And I think this is the occasion that Kumarswamy was mentioning.
Yeah, this is very, I met Dilip Maisekar, my daughter Dilip Maisekar, when I became a Senate member. He came to my house, and coincidentally, that is coincidence that he was sitting in my house, and Didi called me up, and Didi's one dialogue I'll never forget. Doctor Kadiyal. Whenever Didi called, I don't know that Rachna spoke, I don't know, I didn't hear that. Whenever Didi called, I never said no to her. I mean, who will say no if you want to treat a god? Who will say no? I never said no to her. Kadiyo, that's only asked. And she had always confident that I will never ever say no to her. And I used to visit. So that's the way म्हैसेकर said, डॉक्टर माझी एक इच्छा आहे मी भीमसेन जोशींच्या मांडीवर बसून गाणी ऐकलीत. I've heard Bhimsen Joshi singing sitting on a lap, but he was only hope for me to meet Didi. And I said, I will try, So one day they were in town and I was supposed to visit him, Didi. So I said, Didi, I explained everything. I used to give background of the person. So I explained everything about Dilip Maisekar, and Dilip was in town, Dilip with his wife. So when they came, they were in town because it was Diwali time, and Dilip's father just died in September. So they came home and they were talking to each other. Didi instantly said, आमच्याकडचा फराळ खायला काही हरकत नाही तुम्ही घरी केला नसेल तरी. So that's the one that you can eat, Diwali sweets in my house, though your father, you are not celebrating Diwali. She got those sweets. And one thing for everybody, being a legendary, they know the opposite person's mind. They know how the opposite person is. They know how genuine that opposite person is. And what she saw in Dilip Maisekar, I don't know, she gifted him Ganpati in a gold-plated coconut. That's a unique gift she gives. And she also mentioned, of course, Mayekar to ghar ka hi hai, but she also mentioned after Tendulkar is Maisekar. So that's the incident. Dilip said that, Dr. Maisekar said that I have made like a separate cabinet in Nanded in his house. So Didi always, that's her nature, that she was very gentle. She was very different. On this note, I can also say when I'm sitting in their house, I have heard who's who from Delhi. We are in Mumbai, we want to see. She said, no, I'm not. She refused absolutely who's who, but she respected doctor. And so this Dr. Maisekar, when I told he's the Vice Chancellor of Health University, she said, I'll meet him. So that's
for the starters who don't know who Dr. Maisekar is, Dr. Dilip Maisekar was the Dean of Dr. Shankarrao Chavan Government Medical College, Nanded, before he got appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, MUHS, Nashik.
And currently,
Raju, 1 minute.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Dilip mentioned that he was temporarily taking charge of YB Chavan University, I think. And he said, we want to deal it to Lata Didi. And she has refused everybody. So I was just chatting, how I can talk to her. And also I was chatting and convinced her, doctor, I already have 9. Double figure makes difference. So 10 definitely hota hai, wo acha hota hai. And Didi said, okay. So that's how she accepted that 10th one, that I will, though would not organize it because of her health issues, but she accepted on paper that, yes, I will take. So that was her nature, that she will first understand and then the reason, and then she will say, yes, I'll take it.
Great, sir.
Great.
So that brings us to the end of the slides.
And, there was one slide which I wanted, that's not there, I don't know. But there are 2 slides which I wanted to, 2 histories I wanted to mention here is Didi playing with my grandson.
Sir, that I showed. It was in the video that I showed.
Anyway, but
I can show again. I can show it again.
One Sunday, Didi called me up. She said, Dr. Kadiyal, and then I took that opportunity. I told Shivani, my daughter, I'm taking Avan with me. And the way she was playing with him, was very like a grandmother playing with him. That was. Hold on to this. Hold on to this. Hold on to the back one. No, the back one. Go back. Yeah,
This was
hold on.
yeah.
I'll talk about this later on. So, she was, it's okay if you don't find the slide, but she was playing, he was dancing. I was just sitting and watching them, and then in the bedroom on the bed, etc. Just playing with, as if
Sir,
that
that
is
is
your,
there. That is here in this.
okay.
That picture comes here in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that. I think that's the last picture. That's the
Yes,
last
sir.
picture.
Yes, sir. I don't know.
That's okay.
Okay, okay.
So that's what she said. And the picture which I just told you to hold on, that was, Didi presented, on my birthday, this is my grandson playing, I think when he was 2.5, 2 or something. Uh, the next picture which I was talking about is that she was presenting me laptop that you give later. So that's the gift she gave me. This a gift ka silsila. She always want to present something to somebody. That day I was talking to Poonam Sinha, Shatrughan Sinha's wife, and she was telling me her incidents. दीदी बोले पूनम जी आपको मुझे गिफ्ट भेजना है क्या भेजूं तो पूनम जी asked for a very unique gift. She said मुझे आपने पहने हुई साड़ी मुझे देना.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
So दीदी selected one पहनी हुई साड़ी. आप पहनेंगे? She said yes. So पहनी हुई साड़ी दीदी को दी, and she wore that sari for Indian Idol, and she said, "Well, I am Poonam ji, but the sari just says that Lata Didi is here with you." So that was the way. So she was giver. She used to give. She used to gift. Every birthday she gifted me, like from she finished Mob Long series, pen, glove, watch, this, that, IWC watch. And then after that, she gave me, said, Doctor, ha check thawa. And I didn't deposit that check of 51,000. I framed it, that check. And who will deposit a check of Lata Mangeshkar? And then second check, she said that I want to see, Rachna said that, Doctor, you have to deposit this check, which is a lakh of rupees. I said, nahi, main nahi kar sakta hai. But Didi don't know what to get you gift, etc. etc. Then we discussed and we got this laptop. This was the last gift. And this photograph, Didi said, Didi, ha photo. Doctor, Didi said, ha photo. But Didi, maji memory hai. So this was taken November last year. I think, yeah, but I never showed to even my family members. Now, that was a bed she was sitting and I should treat. Can you see my angle here? So I should bend down and treat in the mouth. When during COVID time, I said she can't come out, as Rachna mentioned. And we dentists always get backache and shoulder pain and everything. And I should say, God, I should pray. I should close my eyes and say, God, I'm working on one of your colleagues' mouth. She is also Saraswati. Ma. That I don't get a catch. And believe me, I must have got n number of times to visit her because lately she was getting what we call geriatric cavities. Her tongue, friends, her tongue was, we say heavy tongue. I got a heavy tongue. I know I can pronounce certain pronunciation, but her tongue was so soft. And imagine initially, the people were saying that how do you treat celebrity, and imagine treating Lata Mangeshkar in the mouth where tongue is on the left and the cheek is on the right. It was, but so many people ask me. Even that day, Shutmi Hasan asked me, how did you work in celebrity? You don't get butterflies. I said, well, everybody gets the butterflies, but on the first day we don't treat them. We just talk to them and get to know each other. But when treating her, it was that she was so cooperative. She used to allow me to work, and her tongue was so sensitive. Doctor, there's something here, and there used to be cavity, and all of them were geriatric cervical cavities, DKs, and I should treat them. And that's what while treating. One of the first days when I went to clinic, her house, sorry, in my clinic, every dental clinic, there is a music going on. Without music, we can't work because that our machinery sound remains, but music gives us that, happiness and mood, etc. So I said, Didi, music pahiye. So after that, every time when there was caravan, Dr. NRS, she used to be ready with the music. So once she played Bengali music, I said, Didi, Bengali hai, आवाज माझाच आहे. Yes, Didi, तुमचा आवाज आहे. And that on Caravan, let me tell you another story of mine with her was when I got COVID in 2020. I was quarantined in my house on the terrace room. It was Sunday I got it. And let me tell you, me and Kumar have go so close that he also got on the same day. And I also got on the same day. So I got it on Sunday. Tuesday or Wednesday, she called me up. अच्छा दीदी का फोन तो उठाना ही पड़ता है. So I picked up and I called. Doctor, काय झालं? And she was the only one outside my house that I told her that I got COVID. काही काळजी करू नका. मी तुमच्याकडे बाबा, she used to believe in Sai Baba. I will personally do Abhishek. Personally will do Abhishek at Sai Baba temple next to my house. I said it was so touching that I was so blessed that people pray for her and she was praying for me. And that caravan she gave us, 90th birthday caravan which was with us. I took that caravan in hospital, and when I was 10 days in hospital alone, 24/7, 7 days, 8 days I was there. I was listening to that. I had a remote control in my hand, and I was listening to all those 5,000 music. I listened Bengali suna, Gujarati suna, Marathi suna, all the languages I heard, but that was Didi with me all the time during COVID session. So that was the connect I had with Didi. And Didi, you are there with us all the time. So that's the, as Rachna said, she's watching me, she's watching us. So that was the real connect I had with Didi. And this is a different perspective of Didi which we were talking. We can talk more if there are any questions. But this is a different perspective because people speak. This last day she could not come, so she sent the card and the gift. So this aspect of Didi, we always see that Didi is a singer, she is a legend, she's something, she's that. And after Sunday, I realized that I'm so lucky that I visited so many times and people even can't meet once. People wanted to meet them. And I don't know what to say, friends. I mean, I don't think I can get more blessings than this to be with Didi all the time and be with her and be her not only dentist, a friend. She wrote me envelopes from sister to brother. So all this relationship in all was a very packaged relationship I had with Didi.
Sandesh, I can see you getting emotional, so I have to step in now to make sure that we are getting our sentiments in the right place. We keep saying that we don't choose our parents. We can't choose our parents. We choose our friends. We are choosy about acquaintances. We choose how close to get to a person, how close to get to a sibling. But here is something which is very clear from what we heard over the last 1 hour, that this bond has to date back to many a lifetimes, that it has emerged in this lifetime. Sandesh, you got her blessings, and through you, a few of us on screen and a lot more who are outside the screen have managed to get her blessings. We truly are blessed.
Very true, sir. I
Yes.
totally agree. And I didn't know so many layers, so many stories and experiences, so many memories, rich memories. And I was actually waiting here. And as I told just yesterday, that I will not be joining this as a host or anything. I will be joining this to listen to you people and to get to know all these stories. So that was an amazing 1 hour. We were totally
Yeah.
immersed in
I mean,
the story.
Rajiv, I would just
We can go on and on, but I think we should stop somewhere. That's the
yes,
reason.
I would like to just add one thing, Kumar,
Yeah, Shyam.
Sandesh, especially for Sandesh. I mean, Sandesh has such a close relationship with such a great person. But Sandesh has been a close relationship with so many of us also. संदेश कुमार अँड नाव राजीव. खरं तर तुमच्याबद्दल मला एकच म्हणता येईल की मैं सूरज के साथ रहकर भी भूला नहीं अदब, मैं सूरज के साथ रहकर भी भूला नहीं अदब, लोग जुगनू का साथ पाकर मगरूर हो गए. आणि तुमच्या बाबतीतलं तुमची ह्युमिलिटी, तुमचं साधेपण आणि सच अ नाईस वे ऑफ बिहेवियर. Sandesh, Kumar, Rajiv, you are connected with so many people in such a beautiful way. You are really making our life richer. Thank you so much.
Such amazing words, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
If
And
I can get Shilpa on screen.
yes, we should get Dr. Shilpa on screen. And Dr. Kumar sir was very clear how we should end this event. And I want both of them to join
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sing a few lines.
Lata Didi, for you. छुपा लो यूं दिल में प्यार मेरा के जैसे मंदिर में लो दिए की. छुपा लो यूं दिल में प्यार मेरा के जैसे मंदिर में लो दिए की.
तुम अपने चरणों में रख लो मुझको, तुम्हारे चरणों का फूल हूँ मैं सर झुकाए खड़ी हूँ प्रीतम, मैं सर झुकाए खड़ी हूँ प्रीतम, कि जैसे मंदिर में ज्योति की
छुपा
छुपा
लो यूं दिल में
में
प्यार
मेरा,
के जैसे मंदिर
मंदिर में
में
लो
लो दिए की.
Great. So we have come to the end of this show. And Kumar sir, should we have 2 minutes silence, Adranjali, before we
Yes.
end the show?
Yes.
Thank you. What an emotional journey we've been through over the last 1 hour. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mayekar sir, for sharing all these
I should say
anecdotes and
thank you,
incidents.
Kumar. It was Rajiv who called me up one day and said, Doctor, as I said, Sandesh, Dr. Mayekar, why can't you share your memories? And that's the show happened. He just called me up one fine day and said, let's do this show. And thanks, Rajiv, for allowing me to express my
I will
thoughts.
probably, I
And
will
I
probably
would have
take 1 minute.
expressed this thought to everybody directly. I could organize this, but it
I
brought
want,
all my memories back, and I think I'll
I
store
would,
that memories.
I would like to introduce Rajiv to you. It may look completely out of protocol, but it's important that you know what Rajiv Chidgupi is a scientist at heart, and at least I call him the Indian dental Einstein, because the amount of time he spends on research, and in the last 2 years, we have realized the worth of Rajiv Chidgupi as a scientist. He would dig into global scientific data and keep encouraging and reassuring us that COVID is not as deadly as it sounds to be. Every morning, we open the phone, and the first thing we would like to see is Rajiv Chidgupi's update on COVID. Thank you, Rajiv, for
Thank you,
all that you
Rajiv,
have
for
done
being positive
for.
all the time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for making this tribute, what we can say, heartfelt from all of us. Thank you.
Thank
Good night.
you. Shubh Ratri.
Good night.